Hello folks, well here's a change of pace from the washing machine restoration videos. This hopefully fairly short video is on the servicing of a handheld Dormey hand mixer. These little gems were built like tanks really, and the company was based in Chicago, and I believe if I've read correctly they were bought out by Sunbeam, which was also their main competitor based in Chicago. So without further ado, I'll get down to the teardown. I don't have the video of the actual disassembly, but I'll explain it as I go along, and you'll see all the components in order of disassembly. So let me just switch the video around here. There we go. So there's the label, the Dormeyer Corporation of Chicago, Illinois. I'm thinking this is probably from the mid-50s. And the reason I had to disassemble it, I bought it at a secondhand store for probably $5, and I've used it for, gosh, 15 or 20 years. But I noticed the other day when I was mixing that the end of the cord had a little break in it, so gotta fix that before it shorts out. So here are some of the tools, or hopefully this is showing all the tools that I used. So you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a slot, both a large one and a fairly fine one. You'll need a Allen key set, and on this particular one, sorry I don't know the size, it's the smallest one on the set there. Two pairs of needle nose pliers, sort of a medium set and a fine set. Toothbrush for cleaning, a little cup to hold all your teeny little components so they don't roll away on you. And I used WD-40 to loosen up and dissolve the old grease, etc. And I'll explain in just a minute that I also had to use a torch to get one of the pieces off. So the first part to remove is the handle, which needs the Phillips screwdriver. Two long bolts hold it on. Then there's the release plate on the bottom, and then two bolts and one small screw hold the head on. And if I flip that over, you'll see where the gears fit in there. So they just go in that space with the shafts going down, of course. Now that was the tricky part. So first of all, you use the Allen key to get the two small set screws out of the gears. And one of the gears just slid right out. I actually used one of the beaters to pull it out. I just injected it and then pulled on it, and it slid out no problem. However, the other one was stuck really fast, so that required a torch, which worked beautifully. So there are those. The next step is this plate to the motor. That's the part you'll see as you take it out. And then there's the, or I guess it's the armature. I'm not an electrician. I just am able to take these things apart and service them, but what the names of all these components are, I'm not sure. I think this is called an armature. And then here is the actual electrical switch with the brushes. And there you see the little hand toggle that your thumb uses to adjust the speed. So up to that point, the biggest challenge was these little gears. Then, this is the little plate that goes over the where the beaters actually go into the unit. So don't lose your little felt liners, because those keep the grease in place. Sorry, I got my hand in the way there. Then you can easily pull out the rotor. It's really cute. It's so small. There you can see it with my finger as some reference. And that should pull out no problem. Then the next step is these two long shafts. So first of all, you'll see two bolts here that are holding the whole component, the whole motor assembly, actually the stator in the housing. And so you undo these nuts and don't lose the washers. And then you have to also unscrew these shafts. And I was a little worried about, stripping the thread if I used too much pressure. So I just gently used a needle nose pliers, and it came out no problem. If you had some difficulty with these, if they were sort of gummed up and stuck in there, I guess using some sort of cloth around those threads and then the pliers would protect them. There are these two little spacers made out of, I think it's Bakelite material. Sorry for the lack of focus. So those will probably drop out as you pull the shafts out. This is the little bracket that goes around the cord. So in order to actually pull the stator out, you have to unclip these, and that requires you just squeeze with a pair of pliers, and that should come out. And then here's a little component you do not want to lose. It's the little ball bearing that goes here, if I can show you there, into that end there. So be very careful when you tip it over, because that will fall out, and you do not want to lose that. Very important. And then finally, we're at the stator here, and fortunately everything in this little machine is pretty clean, which was nice to see. I guess that's why it's been working so well. It just needs to be re-lubricated once I get the cord fixed. So what I'm going to do is just extend, take up some of this slack and cut it off, and then use a fresh part of the cord. So I'll lose about, just 3 or 4 inches of length, but the cord's long enough, so that won't be a problem. So there you have it. If you have any questions, if you happen to be attempting a similar disassembly and servicing yourself, please don't hesitate to ask me questions down in the comments. Hope this was of help to those who like this sort of thing. And thanks for watching, as always. And here's a quick follow-up. The conclusion to the servicing of this little Dormeyer hand mixer. So it's been reassembled. I serviced it, cleaned it all out, put in new lubricant, and everything is working beautifully. So here, I'll switch it on for you. You can see it in action. So it runs beautifully, nice and quiet. There's that great smell of ozone that comes from the electric motor. And there she is, ready for another, who knows, 50 years, let's hope. Thanks for watching.